Hello, it is day 6. It is Saturday night. It's actually 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, which means that the car is leaving tomorrow, Monday morning at 7 a.m. So 24 hours plus 5, 29 hours. That's how you know if I'm getting really tired or not, because I can't add 5 to 24 without properly thinking about it. As always, Brandon, that _1AT_ cabby is here. And, sorry? No underscore. That 1AT cabby.
That underscore, you said it twice.
Oh my gosh.
You're good.
There you go. And Aaron is still here for like, how many more hours? 12 hours. Now your flight takes off in 12 hours. Aaron's tired. Aaron's really tired. Yeah. Aaron is also an amazing TIG welder, which is amazing because I've known Aaron how many years? We don't know.
Since 2013.
2013, so that's 6 years. Aaron didn't know how to weld when we met. Now he is TIG welding the heck out of things. All right, very quickly because he's waiting for me to lift this car up. When we talked to you live last night, there was no firewall in the car. Now the firewall is installed. There's the reason for taking it out. If you can just about see that, that is the clutch master cylinder there. So that whole extension bit there is what Aaron did. Sam brought over a Mark IV brake booster, brake fluid reservoir there, which has the nipple, which we need to feed that. So I gotta get a hose for that tomorrow morning. The engine is in, the firewall is in, the firewall is all painted. Aaron did a great job with that. I've been busy powder coating engine brackets. Brandon's been cleaning the engine like crazy. We've got the forge intake there. We've got the ECS fancy cast aluminum and machined water outlet. We've got the forge hoses. Everything's in. It's really bolted in. There's the clearance, like a couple of millimeters. Okay, Aaron, you can put the lift up. Sorry. He's waiting to test fit the exhaust at Miltech, literally 2-day shipped from England. This is going to get a little loud. And what we just missed there is I'm testing the wheel fitment. So it's going to be loud. We're just going to bear with it for a second. So I put jack stands at equal heights. Jack stands at equal height, lowered the car down, that loaded the suspension and got the right camber, etc. hopefully that we'll have. So it's, that way I could check the lips and barrels. Plenty of clearance on the barrels and the backside, 6-inch. Fairbanks, California, hello, good morning. This is live, this is how I'm doing this again. So I'm basically not editing, we are just working a lot. I'm also not shaving while we're doing the build. So this is 6 days worth of playoff beard, except it's polo build beard. So I built this so that I could see spacing for the front lips, and then I have the other ones there, which I was doing to check back spacing. Back spacing isn't a problem. The rear wheels are absolutely maxed. You can see when it's not cambered, because it's not loaded up. It looks a little bit proud, but it's pretty much flush there with the fender. And then on the front, it's set to maximum camber just randomly, but we have a little bit of space there. So hopefully once I correct that, although I don't have time for an alignment depending on what time the truck comes. So right now I'm going to assemble all 4 wheels, get them glued. Calipers are harlequined. Equal size, not all 4 colors. So we've got yellow on the rear, and then up front, somewhere in a box over there is the red fronts. We have yellow EBC pads, got those from ECS. And the big thing is the coilovers. So we've got yellow, blue, green. And red on the other side. That is from ST Suspension, which is manufactured in Germany by KW, KW Gewindefahrwerk. They are possibly going to release this as an option for customers. So if you have a red car, blue car, Harlequin, you may be able to select that in the future. So tag them, say hello to them, tag them on Instagram, please drop my name to them. Let them know if this is a good idea. I think it's amazing. I think it shows off what they can do because everything's built in-house over there. But yeah, let them know. Brandon right now is doing more of the alternator setup there. We have so many more parts to install. I have been powder coating my little brains out. So we have yellow intake manifold. Just to go over how basic this is, this is really DIY. This is my powder coating station. 14 years ago, I wanted to powder coat a couple of engine brackets. So I bought this under $100 Harbor Freight powder coater, and I did the engine brackets, and it's still on my car. So this is it. This is so cheap. So running over here, jumping over Harlequin's seat. This is all of the interior. It's still completely apart. The firewall's back in. This is the oven. We literally went on Facebook Marketplace, bought a used oven, and that's where everything is getting powder coated. More rear lips for the BBSs. Got some stuff painted up. So a Thule bicycle fork for the front wheel. There's the bicycle tray there, so that's painted sitting on top of the Golf Country. Front lip got changed to green, which is the correct color for it. What else have we done? This is Aaron's little working area. Boy, that's loud. Anyway, so good. So we're getting live questions during this. This is helpful. Thank you. The turbo is a KO4023, and the manifold I have is a KO4001 or KO3S. So what we're going to do for right now is leave the KO3S and run it with the Unitronic like it's a KO4001. So we've got the TT225 injectors, brand new. We've got the 3-inch MAF. We've got the 3-inch Miltech downpipe. What that means is we can still make the same amount of power, essentially. We're just going to be making lots of extra heat and pushing the turbo a little bit, but that will be fine for the SEMA show. Then afterwards, I'll put in the correct 001 KO4 or switch out the manifold and everything and run the brand new KO4023. So that's the options there. Other parts have just been arriving like crazy. We've been running all over today. I had to get the belt to match the shaved, there's the red calipers. They are from a Corrado G60, so the Girling G54 calipers. We've got the Odyssey battery. This is the brand new 47 series, just released. This is the only one in the world. There are no cars running this outside of perhaps internal Odyssey testing, but I was told this is the only one at all. And then I powder coated the battery bolt down yellow. Matt Eurocraft and Jim and everyone were super helpful, got tons of work done with that. So the axles are now in. This axle is an original Polo TDI passenger side. This axle here is the custom shortened one by whatever the length was. I think I talked about it yesterday, but it bolted in great. Got the powder coated yellow hybrid oil pan, red bolts. So that's going pretty well. The belt, I did find it locally, but it's only a 5 rib. It's meant to be a 6 rib. So you'll see there's an exposed spot on the pulley for it, one little one there. It's not really going to affect it. The 6 ribs do exist, just nobody has them locally. And again, I keep saying this, the truck is scheduled to arrive at 7 a.m. on Monday morning, so 5 rib is completely fine. Hell, it lets you see the blue ECS pulleys a little bit better anyway. Bunch of people saying this should have a damper on it. I think some of them, we were talking about this, some of the 180s might just have stamped ones. Some of them have the little rubber damper inside there. I've never had a problem with this. We'll see what happens. No, we won't see what happens. You know why? Because this thing is not going to drive very far. I think if there was a issue on the crank there, that it would manifest after a lot of racing or a lot of driving. So this is not going to be a good test for that. I don't think there's going to be an issue in the slightest. I think there's a ton of people running them, so I'm not concerned. I mean, genuinely no possible way. Things left to do. The dashboard is sitting over there. The heating is sitting over there. The entire Eurocraft wiring harness is sitting in a box. The ECU from Unitronic is sitting in my trunk. The tires are sitting there. The wheels are here, except they just come apart. There is no bolts in them. There's no glue. There's nothing. Rear brakes, I don't have the correct line. We think we'll have a line on a used set in Brandon's parts car, so that will be fine for then. So, no brakes. Clutch doesn't work. No dashboard. No wiring. There's no wiring basically in the car. It's a little bit of tail light wiring and a fuel pump wire, but that's it. No exhaust. Whole front end is apart. Headlights, everything else. Fabricating still to do. Obviously the exhaust. There's the intercooler. We need to get some tabs welded on for that. We've got to put the aftermarket radiator fan on there. This is still a box full of engine parts. So we have brand new spark plugs, all the gaskets, everything there. I do have a new OEM diverter valve, but we've got the Forge one, the newer 008. Of course, Forge is super famous for the 007, but the 008 is smaller and more tunable and more fun, I guess. That's it. So thanks to everyone. Thanks to Volkswagen for all the help. They are amazing, and I couldn't make this as nice without it, but also the same for these guys. Looks like Brandon just finished that wire. That's kind of your update today. The firewall being back in is huge. Engine in for the last time. Thinking about it, we should probably double check those bolts and torque them or something. Dick butt is still on the engine mount. And that exhaust is getting more and more tucked there. Again, thanks to Miltech for giving us the guts of the exhaust. It is a Mark IV 180 front section track version, or off-road, so it doesn't have the catalytic converter. It does have two O2 sensor bungs, but it even comes with the block off for the rear one if you don't need it. And then the back system is the non-resonated version with the TDI downturn back box, which is the same as the Golf with the non-visible tips use, like the R-line bumper, etc. That's kind of the big stuff. My arm's getting a little tired. I've talked for way longer than I possibly expected. Please let me know in the comments if this is okay. I got a couple text messages from people saying that this format is kind of okay for them. I really, really appreciate it. I hope this is interesting. It is after 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. The car must be ready to leave at 7 a.m. Monday morning. So 24 hours plus whatever else. And that's it. There's no more time. After that, the plan is this car and the Severo will go to the SEMA show with Volkswagen in an enclosed trailer. So it needs to be able to drive from here to the end of my street where the tractor trailer will pull up. It then goes cross country, 3-4 days. I'm going to drive the ECS Rally Wagon on the H&R coilovers with the 3 sparkle seats with the double hoop welded cage for for charity starting this coming Tuesday night. I'm going to do a full cannonball across country, Manhattan, New York to Los Angeles, California. Then we go up to SEMA, put the cars on display. The Marin Bicycle will be there. That's the plan. 3 cars at SEMA, and I'm going to have a 4th one that Volkswagen is lending me at SEMA, so I'll have 4. These 2 guys are going to fly into SEMA. We're all going to hang out there. But we've got to finish the car and get it to the truck tomorrow morning, Monday morning. One final thing that happened. Olá Brasil, Entendo Saveiro. Dan Yost finished up the new rear brackets, all hand fabricated, just the same as the Hashimoto fender flares. We're just updating it a little bit with a little bit of a different design on that. So that's all good. Got to get it untaped. He right now is probably working in his garage with a UV light setup for the front lip because Hashimoto did make one, drift cars in Brazil, and it didn't fit because we changed the bumper to the early bumper. So Dan Yost has been working like crazy. Would have helped if I could lend him the car, but we're still working on it. Big news on the Savero. I drove it in America yesterday for the first time, and I found out that the tire and wheel alignment shop around the corner, Midtown Tire, literally a block away, sells VP fuel, 100% ethylene. So I was really worried about not being able to drive this very much, but it turns out we have fantastic quality race fuel 100 meters away from my shop. And it's only $2.50 a gallon. I don't know if that's a public price or he's cutting me a deal, but that seems really cheap. So I'm just so happy about that. I'm gonna go back to work. I've been on talking to you for 17 minutes instead of working. Next up is fuel lines, intake manifold, valve cover. Oh, I gotta build the wheels actually. All right, I'm gonna go build wheels. Thanks for everything. Let me know in the comments. Wait, what else do YouTubers say? Click here, click on the Savero, subscribe here, like, tag, comment.
Let me know what you want to see.
Boobs?
Yeah.
No. Okay, click no, there's nothing to click there. Wash this. Can you come and clean this? Anyway. Oh, hashtag sponsored. Wait, okay, really, legitimately hashtag sponsored. I have to federally disclose that. Hashtag sponsored for so much of this. Thank you to everybody. Honestly, what am I wearing? Okay, I'm wearing my own thing. This could not happen without my friends, and it could not happen without my friends and the companies that help me with the parts, because building 3 cars simultaneously is absolutely nuts. So thank you. Please support the people that support me. That's a YouTube thing to say.
Yes.
Wow, what a cliche. But seriously, Caster air ride suspension, Delinte tires, ECS. On the Rally Wagon, oh my gosh, H&R suspension. There's so much, racing line, but we'll talk about all that later. I hope you just enjoy seeing this stuff, but it could not happen without them. This is crazy, this truck is crazy. I'm gonna go, seriously, build wheels, good night, goodbye, see you on Instagram. And now you get to watch my finger hit the close button, really awkwardly and slowly. Ready? Goodbye.